Hello everyone. The real history of America is not what they teach us in school. This is not just a struggle over land. It's the truth about a systematic attempt to destroy an entire people. Today, we will talk about the one most horrifying injustice that the Native American people had to endure. This is a history that must not be forgotten or ignored. Let's get started. But first, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment, it really helps. Alright, let's begin. First spread of infectious diseases, the Europeans brought smallpox, measles, influenza, and other diseases that killed millions of Native Americans. They had no immunity against these illnesses. Second land seizure, the ancestral lands of the Native Americans were forcibly taken. Europeans settled in their place, pushing the natives into deserts, mountains, and infertile areas. Trail of Tears, in the 1830s. Thousands of Native Americans, especially the Cherokee people, were expelled from their land and forced on a long march during which many died from hunger, disease, and cold. Fourth policy of cultural destruction, native languages, religions, traditions, and ways of life were banned. They were forced to assimilate under the claim of being civilized. Fourth policy of cultural destruction, native languages, religions, traditions, and ways of life were banned. They were forced to assimilate under the claim of being civilized. Sixth wars of extermination, the use, government, and settlers waged several wars against native tribes, wiping out many of them completely or nearly so. Seventh, distributing infected blankets, biological warfare. According to some records, blankets infected with smallpox were deliberately given to Native Americans to spread disease among them. 8. Ban on religious ceremonies. Many sacred native rituals, such as the sun dance, were outlawed, violating their freedom of belief and spirituality. 9. Mass slaughter of buffalo. The buffalo, a crucial food and survival source for many tribes, was intentionally hunted to near extinction to starve and destroy native livelihoods. 10. False treaties and betrayals. The government often signed treaties with native tribes only to later break them or deceive the tribes in order to seize more land. One of the most tragic chapters in American history is the system of forcibly removing Native American children from their families and placing them in boarding schools. This was not just about education, it was a deliberate policy aimed at destroying an entire people's future, language, culture, and spirit. Thousands of children were taken from their homes, often crying, unaware that they might never see their parents again. They were forcibly placed in special schools run by churches and the government. Under the pretense of civilizing them, these children were stripped of their basic human rights. Their hair, a symbol of pride and spirituality, was cut off, their names were changed. They were strictly forbidden from speaking their native languages or practicing their spiritual traditions. If they dared speak even a word in their mother tongue, they were beaten and punished. They were not allowed to feel like native children. Hundreds of them suffered from hunger, cold, and abuse in these schools. Some never made it home. For years, their graves remained hidden, silent witnesses to a cruel system. This is not just a mistake of the past. This was a systematic form of cruelty, an attempt to erase a people not with bullets, but by severing the bond between generations. To speak about this is not just to remember the past, it is to seek justice, to honor the future, and to acknowledge the deep wrongs committed against the native people. We must not remain silent. This is a truth that must never be forgotten.